I've decided to not finish Gothic 3. I don't enjoy leaving a game partially played, but I've gotten to the point with Gothic 3 where I believe it simply is necessary. I know there are a couple subscribers that are watching the series and that are fans of the game. Please don't take my opinion as a negative one on Gothic 3. It is simply a limitation currently of where I'm at in my life. Recently, I began greatly enjoying the Gothic series. I love playing Gothic 3 despite limitations of it being a very linear game. I thought it was well made and I enjoyed the world that they created. Gothic 3, while it is a world that does not suffer from the linearity that Gothic 4 did, it does, from my perspective, suffer from a fatal flaw. That flaw is quest and map integration. The game is a true role-playing game that limits its hand-holding of your experience in exploring the world to as little as possible. My favorite game of all time, Morrowind, has a very similar questing system to Gothic 3. To gain quests, you would interact with NPCs. You have to read through the dialogue of each NPC in order to understand the story and what the quest actually is. You would then have to go back to your journal when trying to complete the quest and read through the quest in order to understand what you need to do and where you need to go. The only difference between Morrowind and Gothic 3 is that Morrowind had a specifically laid out map that allowed you to orient yourself in the world as you explored in order to understand instructions given in the game. While Gothic 3 does this to some minor degree, it doesn't do it anywhere near as well as it needs to in order for the player to be able to find their way through the world. Inevitably, in Gothic 3, I end up wandering around looking for things for quests that are not clearly laid out in the dialogue with the NPC giving the quest. I think if I gave Gothic 3 enough time, I would be able to successfully play through the game, but I'm far past the point in my life where I have the amount of time necessary to play a game like Gothic 3. To be fair to Gothic 3, I doubt that I would have time to play a game like Morrowind as well, although I do feel that Morrowind laid out their map and directional structure in a much more understandable, navigatable manner. The one caveat I would make in my comparison between Morrowind and Gothic 3 is that Morrowind was published 4 years prior to the publishing of Gothic 3. It would have been very easy for Gothic 3 to have laid out a much better map structure and enabled a more fluid and engaging experience for the player. If you have the time to invest in Gothic 3, it is, from my experience, a worthwhile game. It is just not the sort of game that I'm willing to invest time into. Some games age well over time and others do not. In my opinion, Gothic 3 is a game that has not held up as well as some of its contemporaries. Thanks as always for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I will see you next time.